What's up guys, my name is Jack's Wisdom and welcome to my English presentation where I'm going to be discussing the importance of the propeller. I'll basically just be telling you about the history of the propeller and who invented it and everything, and on top of that, near the end of the video, I'm going to be talking about some ways that you could use the propeller to do some evil conniving, such as the things that the monster did in the book Frankenstein. The propeller was one of the most important inventions in human history. It set the baseline for different types of transportation in the air and in the water. Without the invention of the propeller, our everyday lives would be completely different. That's really why it's so important that we learn about the propeller and how it came about. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about what exactly the propeller is. So I have the propeller defined as a set of rotating blades that exerts a linear force in order to move something. Basically, the rotating blades create a pressure difference in the air around it, to where a force is basically exerted in the direction that the blades are rotating, in the backside of the blades. Similar concepts to this were being talked about and sort of used, like in the 15th and 16th centuries, by some inventors like Leonardo da Vinci. But these were really only early prototypes and weren't the full thing. It wasn't until much later that these devices were actually turned into the practical invention that we know today. The actual propeller was invented by a Swedish engineer named John Ericsson. He invented it in Britain during 1827. His final design was not patented until 1836. This famous design featured two helical blades mounted on a rotating shaft. It went on to be used in things such as the first planes and submarines. Those are probably the two most important things that you'd probably know it being used for. So yeah, those are two very important modes of transportation that really define certain aspects of how our society functions today. This is not only shipping people across the globe and allowing us to travel to new places, but also things like goods from other countries that we might otherwise not have been able to get in such a timely manner. Now, let's go ahead and talk about how you could use the propeller to do some evil bidding, or otherwise, how it could be Frankenized. What I'm thinking is, if the monster in Frankenstein had access to something like a propeller, he might have done things differently than he actually did in the book. I think the monster would have used some sort of rudimentary propeller device to strap on to Victor's loved ones. It would work sort of like a helicopter, which would just spin and it would just take them away into the air, gone. So the monster would transport Victor's loved ones with him to his house in South America, because he always talked about how he wanted to go live in South America with his female companion. So once he had Victor's loved ones with him in South America, he could then, chop them up, do whatever he needed, and he could create his female companion using Victor's loved ones' body parts at his house in South America, and he could live out his dream with his female girlfriend, or with his girlfriend in South America, but it would be Victor's loved ones making up the body. So in order for you to conceptualize this, I actually decided that I was going to try this in real life with one of my friends. So we can go ahead and cut to that clip and you can see how it went. Right, so as you can see, it didn't work out for me the best way. However, the monster would hopefully be a bit smarter than me in this scenario and could make a more advanced propeller device that could actually lift Victor's loved ones away. So yeah, that's the way I see it. I hope you learned something from watching this, and I also hope I can get some creativity points for talking about that and doing this video, but that's besides the point. But yeah, put this knowledge that I have just granted you to very good use, and have a good day. Thanks for watching.